everyone, Alex Marsolais here from Home Free TC. I am with Lori and Lisa from Trademark Title today. Lori and Lisa, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
I'm thrilled to have Trademark as a part of our Vendor Spotlight series. Our team has loved working with Trademark and the closers over there. Some of the best experiences that we've really had with title companies. So I'm so excited to have you two here to talk about Trademark today.
Thank you.
Let's dive in. The first question I want to ask you two is what sets Trademark apart from the rest? Any other title company in Minnesota?
Well, I think Lisa and I would arm wrestle for this one, but leadership first and foremost here at Trademark. The love and drive to keep the company first and foremost in the industry, whether that's technology or people, that would probably be the main reason.
Right. With leadership, I think we have a culture. This company has a beautiful culture of sharing and helping through partnering and through our own teamwork with one another. So I think that's very important. And also experience. We've been around for a while, and a lot of our people have many, many years of experience.
Yeah, you were saying most of the people inside of Trademark come with experience when they decide to join Trademark Title, which is amazing. Agents can really trust and depend on the experience that they're going to get when they work with you.
Absolutely. Our leadership has a keen eye for the good folks in the industry. So
we have a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas in our company.
And I can imagine that for agents, whether they're new or seasoned in real estate, that's probably a really helpful aspect to have someone who knows title in and out, who can really help guide them through the transaction.
Yeah, it's extremely important because, you know, their focus isn't on the title part, and that's our job, and that is our expertise to, you know, to help guide them along, to make sure that they're getting good advice and understand whatever is at hand that may be an issue on a particular property, and making sure they understand it so that they can in turn explain it to their client. So.
I know that educating real estate agents is also something that's very important for Trademark. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I think I know we take an active role in social media and posting little bits and pieces about interesting industry items, such as what to do if the fence encroaches, or what do I do if the seller you know, hasn't filled out a disclosure. There's certainly different items that we like to connect with our audience on social media, because there are quite a few different scenarios that come up in the course of the real estate transaction that sometimes we've dealt with before, and maybe the real estate agent hasn't. Just sheer number of transactions that a closer can do. So I would say we really try to give them tips and tricks of what can be helpful to their closer and title company too. For instance, you know, providing as simple as providing client contact information. You know, how do you fill out your closing worksheet to the best of the ability, so we can use the information and not have to bother you. So those are one of the little things.
Even, you know, tips and tricks on, you know, the right questions to ask a seller to make sure that all the bases are covered. You know, is there an estate issue? You know, who owns the property? You know, because it's all things to combat little snares that can really delay closing on the back end, making sure we ask the right questions up front on the front end to make everybody's life a little bit easier and prepared.
Seller, are you married? That's an important one.
Right.
I also know that Trademark makes an effort to get into offices and provide educational classes to agents too. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think we have a great group of people who really focus on the education piece. You know, that's that expert piece where one of the main focuses of their job is agent education pieces, and whether that is going into a certain office and offering different types of training, whether it be on a title commitment or, you know, issues that you can come up and run across and what to do, to social media posts on title tips, you know, to one-on-one, and it's it's very helpful to our agents, and that's some key component that Trademark Title offers that others don't.
That's fantastic. And anytime, I know for me, it's like, I'm going to get on your social media page as soon as we get off of this. I love learning more about real estate transactions and what value that the agents can get from that to bring to their buyers and to their sellers. So a common question that agents will ask our company is, you know, when I'm looking for a preferred title company that I like to be in partnership with, what should I look for? How would you two answer that?
Leadership, accountability. I mean, there's a few big ones out there.
Transparency, communication, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Experience. You know, one key factor I would say is how long has that company been around? You know, because that's a big thing. Title companies can pop up in really good markets, but will they be there and be, you know, the longevity of it after the fact? Because you can still have problems after closing. I would say those are some key components. What's the experience level of your closer? What's the experience level of the examiners? You know, what options do you have for underwriting? Because some companies are very limited, and I would say maybe one thing not to always focus on. It's an important factor, but the cost of it isn't the only piece to look at.
Absolutely. It's so much more than that, and the experience and the education and the resourcefulness, the leadership, the accountability, all are great things that you need to look for when you're choosing a preferred title company, lender, home inspector, anyone that you might choose to partner with. Now, of course, all of us are concerned about the buyers and sellers experience. Ultimately, we want them to have the best, most cohesive experience that they possibly can get. What does Trademark Title do to elevate the buyer's or seller's experience in the transaction?
I would say from the technology piece, we have a very informational timeline. From welcome to thank you for your business. Just key points within the transaction timeline to let you know that we're staying accountable to what we're required to do and what we need to do for you to get you from the start to the finish. And I think that's the biggest, one of our biggest awesome luxuries is having this technology and having leadership that wants to keep our technology at the forefront so that we can keep everybody informed in a neat and orderly fashion.
You know, and I say another important piece to that is availability. You know, our team is available. You pick up the phone or you email, you're going to get a response, and a timely response. And you can't say that for other title companies, unfortunately. You know who you're dealing with, and if they don't know the answer, they're going to find somebody to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very transparent and very timely. So
I know that Trademark also has quite a few offices and, of course, many closers throughout the metro area. Do you know exactly how many offices and about how many closers?
Oh, geez. Lori?
Well, we haven't had our holiday party yet, so no, I'm just kidding. I believe we have 61 employees and 17 offices. But to be honest, I feel about every few weeks we turn around and something is new and exciting. So we try to stay in our nuggets of the metro area and expanding further out too.
I mean, we go down to Rochester at this point, and wow. Our northern office is it Blaine? But I think it's even, is there one north of that? So
could be.
Yeah.
Pretty wide range of coverage.
Yeah. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
Great. Well, if someone wants to reach out to learn more about Trademark or to learn how they can start sending business your way, how can they reach out?
The easiest to remember, besides picking up the phone and calling our main line, would be info@trademarktitle.com. That's just regular information shortened as info@trademarktitle.com. All of the leaders are on that email, and we divide and conquer and like to communicate and place any new clients with their best suited clothing team.
Lisa, Lori, thank you so much for your time today. I'm so glad we got to do this.